When the fire alarm goes off, firefighters drop everything and race to an emergency. But it typically ends there. They'll likely never meet the person they've saved. But Cherie Bazell was adamant about meeting the men she says saved her life.
They're my heroes, they're my angels. I truly believe they're my angels.
On the morning of December 30th, 2012, Cherie was driving near a woman who lost control of her vehicle and slammed into the concrete median along the I-440 bridge. She immediately pulled over and ran across the interstate to help.
When I pulled over to help the lady, I literally thought that I was going to just be able to call 911 and get her some assistance to go back to my truck.
Cherie never made it to her truck.
I picked up my phone to call. I looked up and turned back, and I saw a tractor trailer had jackknifed.
It was heading towards her and the woman inside the vehicle. Cherie began to literally run for her life.
Next thing I know, I felt something hit me in my back, and then everything went black.
Cherie had been knocked 40 feet off the bridge. Moments later, Fire Station Rescue 2 arrived to the scene.
We made an initial sweep of that area below the bridge and didn't see anything at first.
But just as they were about to write it off as misinformation,
I screamed out twice, "Help, somebody help me." And I saw a guy, he happened to look over and he screamed out, "There she is."
Firefighters immediately sprung into action and began to set up a rope rescue system.
We've had a few rope rescues, but nothing to this extent. This is one of the most technical rescues we've had.
Jason Gamble would be the first to rappel down the rope.
It was real icy that day. There was ice all over the side of the bridge, and it was kind of precarious getting over the edge and getting to where you could just slide down the rope all the way to the ground.
Jesse Clark came down after him. To their surprise, Cherie was conscious as they began to assess her injuries.
My bones were sticking out, the flesh was hanging over my legs, and I asked him if I was gonna die, and he said no.
We hooked in, we got her on the backboard, we brought her up, and we got her to the edge of the bridge, and when we got up to the top, we're just kind of dangling there, and everybody up there that was being a part of the rescue, they grabbed us and just kind of yanked us over.
Cherie and the woman she tried to help were both taken to the hospital. The driver only had minor injuries, but Cherie spent 2 weeks in the hospital and 3 months in rehab after suffering multiple fractures, torn ligaments, and a severed spleen.
Some of the doctors thought that I should have either been dead, paralyzed, or head injury because of the severity of what happened.
As soon as she was able to get back on her feet, she tracked down all of the firefighters who helped rescue her and brought them care packages, not once or twice, but every month since then.
And when she first started coming up here, she was on crutches, and now she comes up here dancing.
She brings us stuff, and she eats with us sometimes, and we hang out, and she's part of the family.
What began as a regular day on the job has now blossomed into a meaningful friendship. And though Cherie has no doubt in her mind that they are her heroes, to them, she too is a hero.
She stopped on an icy road during a wreck to help someone else.
Right.
So really, those are the people that are our heroes.
For My Town Hero, I'm Denise Middleton, THV 11 News.